Imagine you're in Berlin, right in your cozy flat overlooking the Spree. Sophie, 72, sighs after a hectic day. Grandkids, errands, trying to remember where she parked the car. Suddenly, one side of her face feels strange. Her right arm droops. She tries to speak and the words twist into nonsense. Panic sets in. But then she remembers this one simple move. She lies down, lifts her legs, breathes slow and deep, and she buys time. Because in the next 3 minutes, her brain is bleeding out. She acts and her emergency call arrives. Sophie's story ends in relief, not regret. Good evening, I'm your host from Wisewell, here with something every senior in Europe and everyone who cares for them should know. This isn't alarmist fear talk. This is empowerment. Because when a stroke strikes, the difference between life and irreversibility can be a few minutes, and a single trick can shift the tide. Let's start with reality. The moment a stroke hits, the clock starts ticking. The brain is unforgiving. According to experts, each minute that blood flow is blocked, millions of brain cells die. In Europe, with its modern systems and strong health networks, you might assume time isn't the enemy, but it still is. Ambulances, emergency triage, scans all take time. While Sophie waits, every second matters. When you call emergency services, whether it's 999 in the United Kingdom, 112 in Germany, or 15 in France, you're doing the right thing. But until they arrive, those quiet minutes matter. They are yours to act. That's why we're focusing on a 3-minute trick. Not to replace emergency care, never, but to stabilize while you wait, to give your brain a fighting chance. Before you act the trick, you must recognize something is wrong. Because if you don't notice, you won't act. The trusted acronym is FAST. F for face. Does one side of the face droop when smiling? A for arms. Can the person raise both arms evenly, or does one drift down? S for speech. Is speech slurred, garbled, or hard to understand? T for time. If any of these happen, it's time, no delay. But let's make it relatable. Picture 78-year-old Alex in Paris, enjoying a coffee on Rue de Rivoli. He waves at the barista, his left arm feels heavy. He tries to say merci, but it comes out as messy. He thinks maybe he's just tired and ignores it. 30 minutes later, his niece finds him confused. That's why we must treat any of these signs as urgent. Also remember sudden dizziness, trouble walking, blurred vision, or an intense headache. These too are warning signs. Here's where we get into the practical stuff. The maneuver I'm about to describe isn't a miracle cure. It cannot dissolve clots or reverse massive damage, but it can help stabilize circulation while help is on its way. Think of it as a bridge until the professionals take over. Step 1. Lie the person flat on their back on the bed, sofa, or floor carefully. Avoid pillows under the head. Step 2. Raise the legs slightly, about 30 to 40 centimeters off the surface. You might use a pillow, folded blanket, or your hands under the ankles. The idea is to encourage blood flow back toward the brain and central circulation. Step 3. Open the airway. Tilt the head gently back. Lift the chin. Make sure there's no obstruction. Step 4. Keep breathing slow and rhythmic. If the person is able, prompt them. In through the nose, out through the mouth, steady. Aid relaxation. Think of a calm summer evening in Rome. Gentle tide lapping by Luca's seaside apartment. Step 5. Check the time, call emergency services, mention stroke signs, and stay with them until help arrives. You're providing comfort and stability in a chaotic moment. Why does this help? Because every minute counts. By slightly improving blood flow, reducing strain, and enhancing circulation, you're giving the brain a little extra oxygen. It's like giving your car's engine a momentary extra boost while waiting for the mechanic. Important notes. If the person is vomiting or unconscious, they need to be placed on their side, the recovery position. Do not raise legs in that case. If you suspect a bleeding stroke, sudden worst headache, loss of consciousness, raising legs might not be ideal, so treat based on symptoms. And remember, always call for help first. This maneuver is supportive, not a replacement. As we age, our stroke risk goes up. The anatomy, circulation, arteries all become more vulnerable. Age isn't the only risk, but it's a big one. Consider Sophie in Berlin. She probably has friends who say, "Oh, I forgot to pick up my pills," or "I'll check my blood pressure later." But these little delays add up. And when a stroke hits, the outcome can vary wildly based on which minute you caught it. By acting on this quick trick, a senior gives themselves choice, not just chance. They shift from victim to co-pilot, even when the storm hits. Of course, the best stroke is the one that never happens. So while you keep this 3-minute trick in your back pocket, you also build resilience every day. Here are key habits with a European touch. Keep your blood pressure under control. Visit your local doctor, pharmacy, or community clinic. Check your heart rhythm. If you have irregular beats, get it managed. Eat Mediterranean-style meals. Lots of vegetables, olive oil, fish, whole grains. Think of Luca in Rome strolling through a market, choosing fresh produce and skipping processed foods. Move your body. Take a 30-minute walk around Berlin's Tiergarten, or cycle by the Seine in Paris. Keep your circulation active. Quit smoking and limit alcohol. Know your numbers: cholesterol, blood sugar, waist size. Stay socially connected. Loneliness and stress add risk. Sophie meets her friends at a cafe. Alex plays pétanque with his buddies in Paris. Keep your brain active. Read, learn, volunteer. The brain loves new challenges. These steps don't guarantee you'll never have a stroke, but they shift the odds in your favor. Let me tell you about Marta, 69, living just outside Barcelona. She woke early, brewed her coffee, looked at her orange tree in the yard. Then she noticed her speech felt thick, like she was walking through syrup. Her left leg wobbled. She froze and thought, maybe she was just tired. But then she remembered, her granddaughter showed her the leg lift trick after it popped up in Wisewell's videos. Marta lay on the couch, propped her legs up on the coffee table, breathed in and out slowly. She phoned for an ambulance, 112 in Spain, and stayed calm. The paramedics arrived in minutes. They got her to a hospital. Because she acted fast, the neurologist told her, "You arrived just in time. The damage is limited." Marta got therapy, returned to her community choir, and still sings every Tuesday. Marta didn't let fear freeze her. She used awareness and action. She bought time and she gave herself a second act. So what have we learned today? Recognize FAST and the red flags. Act, the 3-minute leg raise and breathing trick while waiting for help. Build long-term habits that reduce your risk. Remember, every minute counts. The brain doesn't wait. Dear friend, whether you're 65 or 95, or you care for someone who is, this matters. This isn't just information. It's about dignity. It's about giving yourself and your loved ones the chance to choose how the story goes. It's about listening to the quiet whisper inside your body that says, pay attention. So tonight, take a moment. Memorize FAST. Practice the leg raise and breathing move so it's familiar in a crisis. Talk with someone you love about it. Share with your partner in Rome, your niece in Paris, your friend in Munich. If you found this helpful, please consider supporting Wisewell. A like, a share, or a comment helps us reach others who may one day be glad they watched. And if you have a story, share it in the comments below. We're a community. We learn together. Thank you for listening. Stay safe, stay aware, stay active. And remember, you can make a difference in those critical minutes. Take care, and until next time.
Hold up if you care about your health. Don't skip this. Healthy Buddy's top picks are Here Clean. Trusted products that help you feel better every day. More energy, better sleep, stronger you. Check them out now, your body will thank you.